Boom! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Live Connection Podcast, episode 81.
Kapow!
Kapow, kaboom, bang. I don't know, comic book noise effects. I've got my warm beverage here this morning, like I hope everyone else does. As that's the start to good morning in my book. How's it going, guys?
It's going excellent.
I have water.
What? You're not having a great morning.
No, I guess not.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, at least you know your problem.
Yeah.
Well, end of January already this year. That's pretty crazy, in my opinion.
That is crazy.
Just flew by. But hey, a month down means we have new games coming out next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few new games coming out. We got Control coming out this week, the Ultimate Edition for consoles. So that's kind of neat for us, considering most of us just played it.
It's a bummer considering we just played it.
It is kind of a bummer considering we just played it. Destruction All-Stars is coming out on PS5. YS9 Monstrum Nox is coming out. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, sorry. Erik brought up earlier before the podcast. It looks really neat. Pretty interesting. Good trailer. And then the Neo collection is coming out on PS5.
Neo, like Nioh?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. If I had a PS5, I would get that. I always wanted to play those games.
I've heard those games are intense.
They look like a lot of fun.
And then, because it's a new month, we also got Games with Gold and a couple new Game Pass editions. With Game with Gold, we got the Resident Evil 1 remake. We got Dandara, good indie game. We got Gears 5. We got Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb on the original Xbox. And Lost Planet 2. Then with Game Pass, we have Project Winter, the Yakuza Remastered Collection, and the Medium. That was the last one. A whole bunch of things for people to play.
So much.
I guess they're yet to announce the February Game Pass games.
Mm-hmm. But soon.
Yes, they're holding out on us. They stifled our games coming out with their inability to come out with their list.
Oh no, people only have
It could be later today or tomorrow that they announce it.
I mean, it is still January, so...
Yeah. They're pretty good about it on Twitter from what I've seen. They're always like, here's what you're getting next month or this month.
That is kind of nice. It's nice to see that. I've never actually really paid attention. Games just kind of show up on Game Pass for me, and I'm just like, oh, this is lovely. I have a new selection.
So many games I want to play right now.
You get surprised way.
Now we have the entirety of the fucking Yakuza series, which is that's good. I want to play through it.
I've actually wanted to jump in and try those games because I've heard some pretty good things about them.
Well, Jarrod, I hope you have at least 60, 70 hours to spare for a single game.
Unless you skip all of the side stuff.
Unless you skip all the side stuff. If you skipped all the
side stuff, it'd be like 20, but like part of Yakuza is the side stuff. It's a pretty significant part.
Isn't it like a similar game style to a GTA, or am I kind of off there?
No, I sort of, but not really.
Okay, because I was kind of, whenever I envisioned it, like watching...
the fact that it's open world in a city, I guess? Yeah. Or sort of open world. You're in an area, it's not open world.
Okay.
But other than that,
I wouldn't say it's like GTA. It's just like organized crime. I guess that's a similar like thing, but overall, Yakuza is a completely different beast.
Okay. Yeah, I've been interested to check it out.
It's definitely a Japanese game. It's got that written all over it.
Yeah. I'm kind of like...
So speaking of all...
Oh,
go ahead, Jarrod.
No, all yours.
I want you to go ahead, Jarrod.
It is... I was going to say...
Fucking Canadians.
What if I said something?
Just to kind of... We talked a bit last week, I believe, about the Cyberpunk update and how it had a game-breaking glitch come through. So they did a hotfix to fix that. Yes. So you can now actually contact that person in that one quest so that over the comm, and it doesn't just glitch out regardless of where you were. So that's nice.
Nice.
It's been really rough for that game on launch, and I kind of found it funny this morning. I was looking at it. Microsoft, because being the asses they are, they took advantage of CD Projekt Red's situation to outright state that Halo Infinite will not launch the same way Cyberpunk launched. They like targeted them directly. They're like, "Don't worry, fans. Our game will launch better than this game."
That's not saying much.
It really isn't. Apparently, the other thing is with that fix, they got item randomization back. Was apparently they had lost that, so you'd be getting pretty predictable items, and you'd get a select like in order of how they were put into the system. Whereas now it randomizes again, where like if you open up, I don't know, I've never played Cyberpunk yet. I plan to, but I'm assuming there's a loot box kind of system, right? And then they would just randomly give you items.
I think it's more referring to like which items spawn in building sort of thing. 'Cause one of the big aspects of the game is like crafting. So it's like Skyrim where you pick up like everything you see and turn it into crafting stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make 100 iron daggers.
That's literally it's all about getting that smite or that smithing skill all the way up.
In Cyberpunk, it's actually 100 studded dildos. It's weird. Like some of the weird shit that you can pick up in that game and just like sell. It's like I picked this dildo up off the floor of like a nightclub. I don't know who wants to buy this, but you can sell it for like $5. So
I've never seen so many dildos in a game till I played Cyberpunk. They're just everywhere. Enough to the point where I noticed just. I guess in the future that's a big demand.
Now, Peter,
I'd be willing to combat that, Peter. What about Saints Row 3?
Oh,
I would say it goes past Saints Row 3.
You have a literal dildo bag.
I know, but that's that's one of the few that's the size doesn't make up for the quantity in Cyberpunk.
I can't argue with that.
Kind of talking about the Cyberpunk, Peter. I was genuinely curious because have you been playing it on the next gen on your new console that you got? And
I beat the main story.
Did you? How was it like? How was it overall? Because I mean, there's a lot of bad taste in the air for Cyberpunk just because of how it launched. But overall, how did you think the game was? And
I enjoyed the game. It was shorter than I anticipated, shorter than I wanted, which is a little disappointing. But So how I ended up playing it was I played it as I would normally play any game till about the halfway point mark, and then I was like, screw this, I'm just going to beat the game, and then when I replay it, I'll do the rest of the side missions. Why am I playing it in an unoptimized state? That's kind of what it ended up coming down to. But no, I definitely really liked the game. It at least gave a good impression of Illusion of Choice, so when I play it again, I'm very curious to test that out further, but I enjoyed the game. I really liked it.
Okay, that does give me hope. I was a little concerned, but I find that funny because weren't you the one that said that you're like I'm gonna play this game to the fullest in its unoptimized state, and I was like I'm just gonna wait till it's optimized, and then you end up doing pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's okay. I have no regrets because I can't. I bought it, so now I'm committed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm committed once they update it to be optimized.
It's good. I'm looking forward to playing it with you guys.
Yeah, it would be nice.
It's like that has to be your first like AAA game that you bought in a long time, eh, Peter?
Well, technically he bought it a long time ago, so he still hasn't bought a game in a long time.
I bought Immortals: Phoenix Rising with Erik. I bought that in December, so
okay.
So get ready.
That game was tight.
Yeah,
that game's coming with an update or a DLC, I think, pretty soon here.
Free demo and a new DLC.
Nice.
So if you guys want,
and they also had a crossover with the Blood of Zeus TV show, which that's super cool.
Oh, the Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess
didn't know that show.
It's cool because Elias Tufexis does voices in each game or in each thing. He does Prometheus in Immortals, and then he does Seraphim in Blood of Zeus. So it's like a double crossover for him.
Speaking of voice actors, Sonic is getting a new one. After 10 years of the same guy doing Sonic, out of nowhere, he's just like, I'm moving on. We don't know why or anything, but
creative differences.
I'm part of the theory that I think Sega might be trying to get maybe they'll get Ben Schwartz just so that there's consistency across the movies and the games, because maybe they're trying to like establish something there. I don't know. It's just my theory. And then it's not like Roger Craig Smith has a shortage of roles. Like, he's Chris Redfield too, so
Yeah, after
he's
I googled him, I was like, oh dang, he's done a pile of things.
I will say
he's fine. It does suck because he's like a pretty recognizable person as Sonic.
It's also kind of funny that, like, to say that theory is true, and it's like, okay, Sega, we want to condemn on like everything to flow smoothly. The same voice actor in the
Increased
game, same voice
continuity.
actor in the movies, and they're like, hey, you guy who's been here 10 years, hit the road.
well, just kind of
You're
talking.
too consistent.
Talking about that though, it kind of throws you off sometimes when you watch when you play whatever you did first. So whether you watched a movie and a character is now in a game, or if you played a game first and now that game character's in a movie, it kind of throws me off anyways when I hear two different voices to that character. So it might be nice that way. I could see that being quite a benefit for them. I don't know how much Sonic
Sonic's had like a multitude of voice actors over the years since his inception, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
I feel like they all end up sounding relatively similar in the end with how they voice them.
Yeah, they're still like being Sonic in the end.
Yeah.
I actually had a weird dream about Sonic the other night, where he was running around with a shotgun.
Doom guy? Is that you?
So I don't know what that was about, but yeah.
He is the fastest thing alive.
You should tell Matt about that. I'm sure he'll love your rendition of Sonic.
Yeah, Matt will love to know that.
That just sounds like the Shadow the Hedgehog game.
That's actually, I think that might be the only Sonic game I ever played besides like when we played Sonic Mania on the channel. Like on my own, I think, because that game came out, that was on PS2, wasn't it? When that game.
It was on a bunch of those consoles, like PS2, GameCube.
Yeah, because that was the only one that I played of a Sonic
whatever else.
game on my own without being part of Live Connection. But I feel like what you just said, Grayden, would be some sort of mod they'd put in fucking GTA or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it exists somewhere.
It probably does exist.
There's
for
definitely a
GTA.
Sonic mod.
I don't know if I've ever
feel
played
like
a
I've seen
Sonic
it.
game on my own.
I can't say that I have either. I can't say I have any desire to.
I think I played one. But
That was like.
I mean, they're good games.
It was real early in my gaming because like my first console was a PlayStation or a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, was my grandparents had for us, but my own, like, my first console that I owned and I didn't play on someone else's was my PS2. So it was I kind of had it was one of my first earlier games, but it was also during that time, right, where, you know, parents still kind of dictated what you could play, kind of thing.
do you think that's changed at all? Because
My parents
back in the day, you
dictate.
would have
I got GTA when I was 8, so I'm just like.
No. I'm talking about like how many games I was able to buy. Like it was so I like my game selection was very like, okay, I'm gonna try this game now, or I'm gonna try this. It might have also been one because that was when Blockbuster was still around. It might have been one that I rented from Blockbuster as well.
Good old Blockbuster. That's what I mean, though. Like, do you think that's changed at all? Because everything, like before, if you had wanted to buy a game, you had to go and buy the game. But now you just hit a button.
Well, and it's like you talk about ratings,
true.
right? Because it used to be too, like if you walked into like an EB Games and you were under 18 or something and you got a mature game, was it
16.
It was
It's
16.
16. You had to be.
Okay, if you're under 16 and you went to go buy a mature game, you had to have your parents there. Because I remember many times when I had to go get when my dad had to come in with me and be like, "Yes, it's okay, you can buy this game." Yeah. So I don't know. That changed it. Kind of the whole rating system is kind of just fucking out the window. Like you can kind of monitor it on your own time, but besides that, I don't think they really pay attention to it as much. But I haven't been into a store to buy a game in a long time, so
Never.
I don't know.
I drive past EB Games every now and again. I'm like, I can't believe they're still open.
Should have bought shares in that.
I mean, I guess, but I couldn't predict the internet.
No one can predict the internet, Grayden.
Yeah.
Not even the
That's how
internet
she
can
goes.
predict the internet.
I was telling Jack the other night while we were playing games, I was reading an article. Some 10-year-old boy in Texas for his 8th birthday a couple years ago got $60 in GameStop shares to like teach him about money and shit, and he cashed out for $3,200 or something.
I could have bought a new TV.
The funny thing about
You
that
can buy a
is
lot
like
of
that
things.
the main shareholders just boosted their shares because they literally just got all the shares. That was, from what I was reading, that was basically the whole point of why they did that. That just blows me away that it's like, you know, Reddit can be like, fuck this company.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love that the rich are getting screwed and the average man is getting money. I love it. Wow.
It's hilarious. It's incredible, honestly. Just knowing how that works, how Wall Street was doing their scummy shit as usual, and someone noticed it and was like, "Hey, buy these stocks and we'll fuck over Wall Street and make some money."
Wall
And they
Street's,
did.
it's illegal. Stop it.
Only we're allowed to play the markets.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking the other day too, because they shut down GameStop. Like you couldn't buy any more GameStop shares after a while. It's like, nope, that's it, we're done, cut it off.
It depends on the service you're using. A lot of the people who are buying up stocks were using an app called Robinhood, which is owned by a big like hedge fund that was starting to get impacted by it. So people who use Robinhood is a free app with like no interest and no fees. So it's popular with people who are just like, you know, trading shares of stocks casually. So they shut it down. Whereas like more important ones, like I think like Wealth Simple, and like if you like go through an actual broker and stuff like that, you could still buy them. Actually, Wealth Simple was having trouble because of volume, from what I remember. Wealth Simple put a statement out.
It still seems shady that they can still just shut it down, though.
Well, that's
the fucking irony in Robinhood.
Yeah,
shutting it
that
down.
makes me
It's
laugh.
just-
Yeah.
the thing with it too.
You can't write that.
Yeah.
It's like you try to say that you're not fucking around, like you're not controlling things, and then you go do that, right? Like they lose all point of their argument when they go do something like that, and it's just like everyone knows it, but they always deny it, right? They're always like, no, we don't fuck with this. This is just natural. It just happens, and then it's like, oh no, they caught on to us. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Like
Abort.
what probably took like an app like Robinhood years to build trust as like a credible platform with like no fees, no interest, any of that, and then in a day, they could have done nothing and been fine, but they had to do something, and now that's it. I don't think Robinhood will make it through this. I don't see why anyone would use it.
There's going to be class action lawsuits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Big
absolutely.
Like even members of Congress who are at opposite ends of the spectrum, like AOC and Ted Cruz, are like, yo, this is the scummiest shit we've ever seen. And those two people could not be further apart on the political spectrum.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're like teaming up together. There's not a Avengers team up happening there, that's for sure.
No, certainly not. But but still, it's crazy that even that small bit of like solidarity between two people who would normally be at each other's throats.
Says a
It's
lot.
insane. Yeah.
I love how powerful the internet is.
Well,
It's
that's the
crazy.
thing. It's like the internet, as much as it gives power to, you know, the richer 1%, it also gives so much power in a horde to the middle class. Like it's almost a leveling platform for big companies. Like whereas like back in the day you were more or less safe, you know. You had a lot of control. It's like now this just showed it takes like one big bit and then it's like fuck you.
I can't even imagine how easy it was to be a criminal like 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, God, what a time to be alive.
Right?
It's just
Yeah,
go.
you know where I'd be.
Well, it's like
Fucking
even
Robin
just
Hood
crazy
all the way
that-
down the coast.
Detectives would solve crimes based on a hunch, pretty much. They would just be like, it's probably that guy. And sometimes they were right, and that's really all it came down to.
It's like LA Noir. And LA Noir,
Yeah.
just
I've read the
Protested
facial
out.
expression.
I do think about if I was born in a different time, how much easier it would be to just commit crimes.
Oh yeah.
well, you think about
Nowadays,
it.
there's
Look at-
cameras everywhere.
I was gonna say, look at bank crimes. Like, first off, banks don't like house as much money as they used to, right? Like, if they literally everything's run online for them. They have a minimal amount of money compared to what they used to hold in the vaults, and now you have where it's like, yeah, you have cameras everywhere. You rob somewhere, you're gonna get ID'd, facial ID, and some of the cameras are even good enough that they can fucking pick up your eyeballs so that they can see, they can identify you through your iris. Like, it's crazy how
it's only going to get worse in time.
yeah, exactly. Like, it's gonna get to the point where it's like you pretty much obsolete the, like, for robberies and things like that, those kind of crimes, you pretty much make the police obsolete with technology.
They basically already are. Like,
Yeah.
cops, like, most of the time, cops can't do jack shit. Like, if your house gets broken into or anything like that, like, you're much better just, like, searching pawn shops to find your shit back if you get robbed than waiting for the police to do anything.
Yeah.
So,
We need the good old detective hunches back. That's what we need. Train them in the old ways.
I want my fucking local official fucking servicing of me as the state to be just like drunk off of whiskey at like 11
Rides the
a.m.
horse around.
smoking a fucking cigar,
And finds my shit that's been stolen.
and he's got the fedora on, but it looks good.
it
That's
sounds
just
like...
the neighborhood drunk.
Yeah, it sounds like Grayden wants, like, the governor from the Blazing Saddles movie to be his local, like, law enforcement.
Protect and serve, motherfucker.
Jeez, that's fucking. Well, it's like, you even think about you think about playing Payday 2, right, or anything like those games where you're robbing banks. We fucking suck at those games. First off, we are the worst when it comes to robbing a bank in that game.
Well, that's they were set 20 years ago. It would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I love how Payday is one of those games that lets you take, like, whatever weapons you want, so you can rob a bank with, like, a crossbow and, like, a revolver from the 1800s.
My weapons of choice.
Yeah. While you're wearing, like, a King Kong mask.
I love how they advertise the game too. It's like break in and like make the plan, get out, and don't worry about it. And then like 90% of the time, you're just gunning down officers in the street.
That's because, like, the amount of times that we've gone into that game, we've tried to do it stealthily. Like, okay, this is our plan. Peter, you go front. Eric, you go here. We're good. And I'll go over here. And Jack, you come over here. And then immediately it'll be one fucking camera sees and ruins the whole goddamn thing. It's like, well, everyone just shoot everyone, see what happens.
Can you even complete those stealth?
You can. I'm pretty sure
yeah.
you can. We just aren't good.
I didn't even think that was a possibility until now.
I didn't think it was either. I thought you had to go in guns blazing.
I thought it was
I mean, that's the fun way of doing it, truly. Like, you get all these guns, you're not, like, that's what you use them.
Come on.
I've always seen gameplay of Payday, and, like, you go in, you scope the place out, it's like, yes. Fucking cases full of jewels and one fat security guard in the corner. And then you zip tie all the hostages and then gun down the police.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Aren't they coming with a Payday 3? Isn't that, like, in production?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That game, I mean, as flawed as that game was, and as bad as we were at that game, it's always fun when we played it. It's pretty entertaining.
I mean, Payday 2 is a really good game. It's a lot of fun.
Did more heists than Payday than we did in fucking GTA after I bought the goddamn apartment building for us to do heists.
You know, how long are you gonna go on about this part? It's fake money, Jarrod. Okay, it just cost you a little.
I could have put that money into stocks, and I could have been fucking rich.
Okay. You could have bought one okay motorcycle in that game, and that's it.
I wanted the Tron bike. Instead, I got this apartment building, and I'm lonely in it.
I have a home now.
It says live connection on the side, and it's just me. There's no connection.
You have a secretary.
All right, I forgot it comes with one.
Oh, fuck. My favorite part about that, just as a side note on that game, is I went on the other day just to see what it's all about. It's still scummy as shit, because now all you have playing on that game are people who are like level 500. And
Yeah.
I looked at my guy, and then I looked at the default character in custom design for a multiplayer character, and I did not change a single thing. I literally just skipped all customization and was just like, this is my guy. I'm going to be the default GTA guy.
But at least you have an apartment.
I wish Red Dead would come out with a more like the Undead Nightmare. They would do something like that and fix their multiplayer.
They don't. Rockstar doesn't do that anymore.
I know.
We just have to.
You can buy Red Dead Online standalone now, so thank God for that.
Well,
Listen, I want that just as much as the next person, but Rockstar has just decided that DLCs and expansion packs are not the way to profit heaven, the same way that Grand Theft Auto Online is. So that'll get updated, and Red Dead is just a flash in the pan. You have to accept it as the amazing single-player experience that it is.
I was going to say, kind of talking about the Rockstar stuff, there is a rumor going around that the reason that GTA 6 has been delayed as much as it has is because they're actually working on a remaster of GTA Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 3. So that'd be kind of neat. Those are some pretty big games. I remember playing both. I didn't play Vice City, but I played San Andreas and GTA 3. I know San Andreas was like the big one for cheats and shit.
Can you
Vice City was
imagine
so fun.
the fucking download size that is? That'd be like 250 gigs.
Well, depends on how much they remaster it.
Edition.
It could literally just be like they just put the 3 games together, right? And if they didn't do much to like improve the game, you wouldn't have that big of a game on the new consoles, right?
Yeah.
It
can't be as big as Call of Duty.
Sorry, Peter.
I was just saying that when you buy the game, it actually comes with an external hard drive.
Better.
There you go.
See, just like Erik said, that's what fucking Call of Duty should have, is an external hard drive that comes with their game.
The Grand Theft Auto external hard drive comes pre-installed with Grand Theft Auto Online.
You have to buy the
Red Dead Online standalone.
You got to buy the game, and then in order to actually get the game, you got to also buy Red Dead Online. Otherwise, you can't get it. It comes as a package deal.
You're giving them ideas.
We really want people to play Red Dead Online.
They actually, it's not even the trilogy they're releasing. They masked it. So it's like, man, this doesn't look like GTA 3. This looks a lot like Red Dead Online. I don't know what's going on here.
Do you guys remember how much GTA Online sucked in the first little while that it was released? It was like, wow, we can drive around in cars or then wait in loading screens for 20 minutes at a time.
Could rob a store.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only kind of heist you
Get $200.
A basic convenience store.
We did a lot of the races and stuff.
The races were a blast. Freaking Evan and Matt in those races are hilarious because they just yell at each other the whole time. That's like
those races were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Those races for them was the equivalency of Overwatch for us, Erik.
Man, good old Overwatch.
Yeah, but for them it was constant.
Yeah. For us it was one time and we were like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Never
to.
again. Uninstall Overwatch.
It kind of blows my mind that games like Overwatch are they've just been still going all this time we haven't been playing it. Like can't imagine how many heroes in it. Like I don't even want to know what that landscape looks like now.
It's not as many heroes as
and that's why it's
no.
It's why it's weird that they're making Overwatch 2. It's just like what?
But isn't that
why?
Like a single player or something? Isn't it completely different?
I don't know. It's still dumb.
I don't know. I don't know
no
if
one wants it.
I was gonna say I don't know if having it as a single player game would really benefit them.
I remember reading that it was like completely different than Overwatch 1.
Completely different. We
But
have
I don't know.
this many heroes instead of this many
On the same maps.
on the same map. Yeah. Man,
We completely rejuvenalized the game.
we played a fuck ton of Overwatch when it first came out.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
was a
so
great game.
much.
It was a great game.
We played for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we
was-
loved Overwatch.
That was our multiplayer game. Like, every time we were fucking on, it was, let's play Overwatch.
Mhm. Yep.
And then we failed to adapt to the new meta. Our ways were outdone. We got real good too. Like, we were winning quite a few of the matches, and then as soon as they changed the meta, we just fucking imploded.
Yeah. We couldn't adapt. We couldn't make it work.
As soon as they ruined Mercy for me, it was just the end of my Overwatch career.
Jarrod can't adapt.
I can't adapt. I need to be able to either get everyone up or I can't get anyone up. I have no in between.
Attack Mercy.
Attack Mercy.
Battle Mercy.
I remember that fucking one match that I had the most damage. That was amazing.
Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should try Overwatch again. And then I look at it, I'm like, I can't go back there.
We did have a good time with meme heroes, though.
Yeah.
No, towards the end, it was fun just hanging out in a random match. And yeah, the problem was like quick play sucked and competitive play just felt unfair a lot of the time. Never forget how frustrated I was, like getting the same like playing with you guys all the time and then getting put at lower ranks.
Consistently, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about it.
Like winning or doing better than some of you in like my exhibition matches at the beginning of the season, and then getting like silver when everyone else was getting gold and platinum.
Good times.
Having to fight my way out of the low ranks was awful.
The thing is like playing Overwatch online when you got a bad rank reminded me a lot of Siege, where it's like as soon as for Siege, if you drop into copper and you're not even in like bronze or anything, you just give up on that season. Just start over next season. Don't try to keep playing, because you get down to a certain point where people are just pieces of shit, and that's all they're down there for. Fuck.
It's one of the things that makes me so like, wow, Dead by Daylight has an actual like ranking system that makes sense. You're not fighting for the top spot. Anybody can be red in any given season. It's just a matter of how well you perform.
Yeah.
And it's easy to perform well a lot of the time.
Yeah, it honestly depends on like how. Most of the time, it just depends on how much of a piece of shit the killer is gonna be. Right? Like, I find like because it benefits both the killer and the survivors for the killer not to camp the survivor on a hook, right? Because you get more points as a killer if you're not just standing there than you do walking around. But it also benefits survivors because you have a chance to actually get someone off. Because we ran into that the other day with a Mike Myers who was being a piece of shit. That's been my last few times playing Dead by Daylight, has been just me getting camped by a killer. Who wants to play some Overwatch later?
Now, we still need to play Battlefront 2 with everyone.
That's true.
It's just been me and you, Jarrod.
That's true. It's been a lot of fun.
Charge the battlefield with the friends, the homies.
I'm waiting until they make a good Star Wars movie.
Do the
They made a
shows
good
count?
one in 1977.
do the shows count, Peter?
No, because then I'd be wrong.
So I was curious, and I've been fumbling with my Xbox app on my computer here. I played Overwatch for 11 days, 2 hours, 18 minutes.
That's 11 days of your life you will never get back.
Yep. I'm ranked 6 of 11 for wins with my friends list.
There you go.
I need
I
to
want to
see.
know where I am.
I'm only ranked 8. Who played the most of this? Erik! You played so much Overwatch.
I don't.
Erik played 21 days, 16 hours.
You played 10 more days than Grayden did.
So,
Grayden, where am I?
21 days is 500 hours.
Oh my god. What was
Jack,
what was
I'm
the
gonna go
ranking
through the
here?
list. Okay, well, number 1 is on our group here would be Erik with the 21 days, 16 hours. Right
I bet
behind him.
Mitch has got to be top 3.
Yeah,
Mitch played a ton.
Mitch is the second on my list
Yeah,
at
makes
33 days.
What?
Jack, you're like from the people here. You're second with 14 days, 3 hours.
Okay. Wait, did you say Mitch is 33 days?
Yep.
But you said Erik was 21 days.
Yep.
But you said Erik was above me.
Mitch doesn't count because he left his Xbox on all the time.
That's true. Mitch, for some reason, when he lives in Edmonton, just kept his Xbox on all the time. So don't worry. Just give us our stats, I guess. I was 14 days.
You were 14 days, 3 hours.
Okay.
Jerry, you were 13 days, 18 hours.
Ugh.
Under 10.
Peter, you were 11 days, 5 hours. I was the bottom of the list here.
Oh, those Hanzo gameplay footage that Peter collected.
I didn't play a lot of Overwatch, but what I did play was very good.
Oh.
I didn't play a lot in 11 days.
We put 5 days into Dead by Daylight, Jack and I.
Well, it's worth it. I in those 5 days, I am a much calmer, more collected person than I ever was playing Overwatch.
That puts into perspective how much Overwatch that is.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Damn you, Blizzard.
Damn you.
And we've been playing Dead by Daylight for 7 months, as opposed to like the 2 years that we put into Overwatch.
Yeah. Hey, Erik, you want to know how many games of Overwatch you played?
Oh.
Not really.
Okay. If anybody else wants to know, I got them.
Yeah, I want to hear some stats here. What's the wins and all that shit? Let's hear it.
All right, Jarrod, you played 1,123 games of Overwatch.
How many were Mercy?
I don't know.
Let's do a break. Mercy, Reinhardt, how many? And then an occasional Hanzo. It was the occasional Hanzo when Peter wasn't there.
We could calculate your. Hold on. So you played 1,123 games and you won 517.
Oh no, I had a 50%, pretty much a 50% win ratio.
That's not bad, I'd say.
Mm.
Well, I want to owe it to my teammates for really working hard with me to win those matches.
Okay. I played 2 games less than you.
So what the fuck was I doing for the extra hours that I was on?
I think the stats are just kind of messed up.
Yeah. I don't think they're entirely accurate, but I'm on the Xbox console companion app. Just going through like the thing.
Oh, my Overwatch. Like, I used to use a site called Overbuff to look at stats when we still played back in the day, but all my there's like nothing on my profile anymore.
You had an app? You had an app?
It was a website. It was a website.
The misery?
It let me look at the stats easier, okay? But yeah, I used to look at
Man, you really liked Overwatch, Peter.
Yeah, no, I was in it, man.
Peter was writing down
my Hanzo.
Peter would write down his key. He had a spreadsheet he set up where it was fucking kill to death ratios every match, and just he went hard.
Big sad. Season
Hey, let's see what
is here. Oh my god, dude.
Let's see what rank we can get this season, boys. Let's go to platinum and Jack can be in silver. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, but Jack, they look the same almost when you look from afar at the color.
If you squint, Jack, you could say you're in platinum.
Why are you trying to hurt me all these years later? I won the same games that you won, but for some fucking reason, my gameplay is worth silver, where yours is worth platinum, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's check that. Let's see how many games Jack won.
It doesn't matter that I always was like always healing as Lucio, always doing my damn best.
Jack, you played 807 games, and you had 380 wins.
Okay. A little under 50.
Oh man, fuck! I forgot. Like that game. Yeah, we got into it to a point where it's like every game session was an Overwatch game session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And now the only game like that had to be the last game that majority of our friends played. Like as a group.
No, it fit in a nice little, because it was a 6-player game.
On my stats, it was under OG Breadstick still. Played almost 3 years ago last.
Wasn't expecting this podcast to turn into a talk shit about Overwatch podcast.
That's how she goes sometimes.
You never
It's
know
almost
where...
a reminisce about Overwatch.
Yeah.
We're not entirely talking shit.
No, we had some good times.
I'm talking shit.
Some genuine
Fuck
good
that
times.
game. I have nothing good to say about Overwatch at this point in my life.
Oh, Peter, let's hear some stats here. Come on.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find some good ones. There's a lot of bad ones.
No, our new game is Dead by Daylight. It would be nice to have another like 5 or 6 player multiplayer game to play as a group. Because we always run into that where it's like if we play Dead by Daylight with more than 4 people, it's always custom matches, which is not bad, but it is nice to play that bit more competitive where you're all on the same side. Dealio.
We played Battlefield 1 for a little while.
We did play Battlefield 1 for a while.
Forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Let's hear it.
I'm looking at Dead by Daylight stats now, and the amount of blood points I've accrued over my career, and I'm third. Jack and Erik are above me.
Yeah.
Peter, you haven't even had a drop in the bucket for all the fucking blood points you've saved. You're not even close to us.
No, I do not care at all.
What happened to your investment strategy? I thought you were going to double your return.
I started with such a small amount of money. I did really good.
So does everyone else.
Yeah. No, my investment, I have lots of customer reviews, lots of testimonial that says my investment services are great. I can
show me one customer review that was
you can write some up.
Yeah, I can. I can make them right.
Yeah, I can lie too, Peter. You're not special.
My business is legit and great. We're credited on the Better Business Bureau.
I am not a crook.
What about Trustpilot?
I don't like to talk about Trustpilot. I had a little.
No one trusts pilots anymore.
True.
One side of me wants to play Overwatch again, just for those positive feelings we did have. But
I'd be down. I'd be down to like play a game.
Jarrod, did you get a couch or something?
No, we you know those nice recliner chairs we had out in the main basement area.
Oh yeah.
I moved a couple of them in here for Bobby and I, and it's been nice. I was gaming on it the other night when I was gaming with Grayden and Erik for a match there, and it was.
Don't you game in your Secret Labs chair?
So you and Bobby can sit next to each other, but with like something in between the two of you with an armrest.
You're only room for Jesus.
No. See, listen. No. She just moves into one of my chairs afterwards. But at least us both sitting in one chair on this chair doesn't fucking flip the chair over like it did on the fucking on my fake Secret Labs chair.
That's a great. I love that chair that you bought, a fake Secret Labs chair. That's one of my favorite things.
It just keeps falling apart. Occasionally I find little like rubber O-rings on the ground, and then I find little pieces here and there. I'm like, I wonder what important part of the chair this came from that I'm going to find out later.
I'm honestly surprised that you and Bobby don't just sit on medicine balls when you're making like his and hers medicine balls.
Aw,
see, you say that she doesn't do any working out, believe it or not. She's not
What?
She likes to go be active and go like hiking and do activities. She's not into working out. That's a me thing. She even thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
Finally.
My God.
Jared's gonna be humbled.
Yeah.
I talked her into doing yoga with me the other day, and she did that. But that's the only workout that I've ever seen her do in the year that we've been together.
Buying her a medicine ball is step one.
Step one. I have many medicine balls, Peter. I don't need to buy more. I have two. I have two, and that's enough for me.
Yep.
I'm sitting on one right now.
Disappointed.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get each of you a medicine ball. If my stocks
Okay.
with Blockbuster do as good as I think they're gonna do, I'll get everyone a medicine ball.
Okay.
Let's just give it a quick.
That doesn't even exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
No?
It can't.
I thought
No,
it
because
existed in the States a little bit.
The company doesn't exist. No, every Blockbuster location has gone under. Officially. So there are no Blockbusters left in the world.
So sad.
I thought there
I'm
was
pretty
one
sure there is one.
There was one in Alaska. It went out of business about a year ago.
Oh, it's
Big
so
sad.
heartbreaking when you see that.
I mean, according to barchart.com, it's still open.
Do you trust barchart.com?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's selling for like an eighth of a cent or something.
If you buy like 100 of them, Grayden, you're set.
Yeah. Seems like a worthy investment for my future.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything.
After bankruptcy, they almost shuttered all stores, is what it says here. There is still a few. Based on CBC News, or CBS News, sorry. Huh.
Apparently you can still trade it under the heading BLIAQ or BLIBQ, but that's like part of the liquidation firm or something like that. Yeah. Yep. It's up a tenth of a cent from yesterday.
Hey.
Holy shit!
Tell Reddit.
Holy shit! It was worth a sixth of a cent a couple days ago, and now with all the shit that's going on, it's worth an eighth of a cent.
Hey, that's a pretty good return.
Buy Blockbuster.
I better go check Reddit.
Oh man. Oh god.
I only take financial advice from Reddit, nowhere else.
So if Reddit told you to play Overwatch right now, would you do it?
If they told me it would make me money, yes.
Peter, well, I'm here to tell you. Reddit told me the other day that if you play Overwatch for another, I don't know, small measly time of 100 hours, you could easily make a couple dollars. Per hour. Per hour.
I'll go fucking work at McDonald's and get minimum wage then.
You could start playing Fortnite, and then if you spend a lot of time getting really good at Fortnite, you could be a millionaire. You could win some tournaments.
It's true.
You could become you could be the next big streamer for Fortnite.
See, at some point, I imagine all Fortnite streamers, they got to a point where they're like, am I going to sacrifice my soul to Epic Games to do this? I'm at that point where I either need to commit to Fortnite or move on. And I feel like most of them sold their souls, and I hope I'm never in that position because I don't want to see what I'll do.
Well,
If you could have as much money as Ninja, you would fucking do it in a heartbeat. You would sell your soul.
Peter,
to have that
you've
much
outright
money.
said that for the right dollar value, you would sell your soul.
Yeah, but
I've caught you in the lie. Like you can't weasel your way out of this one. We all know. I would do it too if I could have that much money. Just like that, I'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
I would even take the money and run.
The thing is this.
like, all right, hey guys, for as many months as I need to be that child-friendly, blue-haired fuck, I would do it to make the money. And then as soon as I've got a comfortable amount, I'm like, sweet, never playing this fucking game again.
Because we have a few friends that do streaming outside of this group, and one of the ones that I recently got told, one of Bobby's friends, she streams, and she's like a bigger streamer. Her last stream, I was told, had like 80,000 people watching it, and
That's sizable.
and I asked her, like, what does she stream? And she's like, she showed me a picture of something, and it was Minecraft, and I was like, see, here's the thing. Here's the big thing for me. It's like, I don't know if I could do it. Like, I feel like if you're to stream something and you want to be big, stream Minecraft or stream Fortnite. Like, it's just like, if you want to, like, a quick explosion of views and shit.
Or just have boobs.
The thing is, it's like, I don't know if I would be willing to fucking put up with the community that comes with those two games.
Here's what I would do. Let's say I have a small community, right? I have no instant social media. I delete my social medias and I join like a dream SMP or something like that. That's what you do. You remove yourself from any connection to the stands and stuff, and you just bask in all that views you get from that. That's the dream, but that's still a dangerous game to play.
Also, most Minecraft streamers aren't doing what we did, where they're letting like all of their viewers come and grief their fucking server.
True.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could, because I feel like if you stream, because as we saw, like when you get a community like that, that is your community. If you step outside the game, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Go back to Minecraft or go back to Fortnite.
Oh, remember those brief shining months where it felt like we had a vibrant community, but it was actually just children who like annoyed the shit out of us?
You know, I think the Mario Maker era was the best era.
I agree. I loved the Mario Maker era.
Well, and we might return to the Mario Maker era eventually here, once we can do in-person shit again.
Like, you've been saying that for a year, Jarrod.
Yeah, but once we can do in-person shit, we'll return to it.
The government's giving away the vaccines, Jarrod.
Yeah, I remember sitting on the couch right before I left for Australia. Did you guys know it's January 31st today? A year ago tomorrow will be the day I left for Australia.
Damn.
You know what's funny?
Fucking nuts.
We moved that couch in probably like
a week before everything went to hell.
Yeah. Yep.
And Peter's just been basking in the glory of not breaking his back.
I should bring back the other couch just out of spite.
Do it.
Peter, here's the thing. We win either way, because either you just put in the effort to move everything out of the way to bring that fucking big couch in, and now it's sitting there, or, you know, we win because you have to admit that you're using the better couch. So
I'm just gonna bring the single, like, shitty couch, the shittiest piece of the couches. I'm just gonna put that there.
Just put the corner piece and just turn it so like the point is facing the TV.
I'm comfortable. This is great.
Man, remember fucking going there and like sitting on that couch and like you'd have to sit on like 6 pillows. Otherwise you sit down and you just like come down like this. You're like, hey.
when I bought that couch, it wasn't in that bad of condition. It wasn't in great condition, but it wasn't as bad as the state it is in now.
I like how the best part about it is like after we had decided, you know what, we're gonna bring Grayden's couch over there because it's a better couch. You had the audacity to try and fucking sell the biggest piece of shit couch you had.
I wanted to see. You never know.
Wait, isn't that couch part of the couch up against the fireplace wall? Aren't they the same couch?
Yep.
Yeah.
But the plan was
So you're trying to sell half a couch?
No. If the couch, I took a picture of it all together. I would have sold the whole thing.
The point was we were gonna buy a second like 2-person section just to put like over there, and then Peter was gonna try and sell the fucking whole corner couch, and it just.
No one wanted it. Then I listed it for free, and no one wanted it.
That's crazy.
That's saying something.
On Kijiji, people see free and they like swarm like piranhas. Usually,
I know. That's what I assumed. I'd get rid of it no problem once I listed it for free. But
did you list it after COVID? Probably, right?
Yeah, it was after COVID.
Yeah. See that. People probably don't want your COVID couch.
I don't blame them. That's the reason why I'm not looking for a couch to replace that.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much. Plus, people are fucking being pieces of shit selling stuff online right now. All the prices have just skyrocketed because of everything. I was trying to, because like. I know this is not even related to gaming whatsoever, but I was trying to buy some weights, and usually like companies before COVID were selling them for like $2 per pound for like a weight. So it's like if you had 245s, 90, so 180 for 245s kind of thing. It was like it was an expensive like that was expensive when it came to buying weights. So like I'd usually look for like $1.50 per pound kind of thing. Now it's like $2 is the fucking cheapest shit you're gonna find. You have people that are selling that are basically selling these weights for like $3 per pound, $4 per pound. You're buying like it's people are being asses online now, but it's just not worth it to buy on Kijiji or Marketplace right now.
They're scalping weights.
Yeah, pretty much. Then there's gonna be a surge. Then as soon as COVID's gone and like gyms reopen, there's gonna be a fucking surge of these weights online, and people aren't gonna get $1 for them.
I should have scalped consoles.
Would you? I mean, would you be willing to put that much money into something for it just being a gamble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like anything though, right? That's like any kind of investment.
Yeah, but this one. This is something where I just out of curiosity, I keep going on Kijiji to see who's selling PlayStations and stuff. I've seen when I searched it up, I've seen the same 3 people selling the same console and it hasn't sold yet, and they keep dropping the price slowly, and then pretty soon it's going to be right back to what they paid for it.
Oh, like I feel like you would have had to do it in the first 2 weeks of the consoles being out. That's when people like people like streamers who like need it. Like that's the person that I would have liked to be targeting. That and the divorcee parents, as I've previously mentioned.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no chill.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's dog eat dog world, and you got to eat.
Yeah,
I would have bought a new TV by now. If I've done it, I could have had a new TV. See,
yeah, well, you would also have spent $2,000 in consoles.
That's
so
fine. That's fine.
You might as well just buy a $2,000 TV.
Yeah.
I want a blood TV. I don't want a normal TV. I want to be reminded of my guilt every time I turn on the TV.
Peter, if you ever scalp consoles and you went to buy something else, I hope that it's one of those karma situations where you get a fucking lemon and everything goes wrong with it. I hope karma comes back on you. Especially if you sell it to divorcees for their kids, because what a piece of shit.
You pay top dollar. There's a perfect target market.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Whatever.
You don't feel good about that, but at the end of the day, it's all about
the truth.
Making a profit.
They have the wallet, and I will gladly reach in.
I wonder how. what do you think the uproar would have been? And I think it's like it wouldn't have been just uproar, but whatever. Either way, there would have been an uproar if every country did what the UK did and they decided to ban reselling of consoles.
I would have been mad.
Like, could you imagine how many people would have just wasted money and you'd have to hold on to it till they probably will release that ban eventually because people sell used consoles, right, when they don't want to have them anymore. So they'll probably lift that ban eventually once the demand is no longer there. But then at that point, you're fucking stuck with all these scalped consoles that you got. So you're just trying to get like a percentage of your money back after that.
Good day.
Good day.
Kitty.
Rude.
So many opportunities to make money. I just got to pull the trigger one day.
You know what this is a good opportunity for, Peter? This is a good opportunity to end this week's podcast.
Whoa, transitions. That's right, guys. Scared Bender. Sorry, Bender. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have anyone else I should sell scalped consoles to, please let me know. My business plan is still being developed.
Peter, you want to buy some liquidated Blockbuster stock with me?
I'll DM you. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you have any comments about anything we talked about, feel free to let us know down below or in our Discord. We're Live Connection. We're a variety channel. We stream twice a week, every Thursday and Sunday. You can next catch us on Thursday playing Call of Cthulhu. Excited to do that again, and I hope to see you there. Anything else to say, boys?
Have a great Sunday.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.